Hello Facebook friends, I hope everybody is safe and well right now. And I've had a cooking tip tutorial I wanted to do for a long time, and with rumors of a meat shortage going around, and because legumes can be a very inexpensive meat alternative as a plant-based protein, and because a lot of us are spending a lot more time in the kitchen cooking right now because our families are all at home, I thought maybe this was a good time to give this video. So basically what it is, when you put your leftovers in the fridge, you're going to put them in canning jars instead of just your Tupperware or whatever. And you've got your rubber sealed lid. And what happens if you put your leftovers in the jar when the contents are very hot, you've probably already experienced this when you were putting some things, maybe some of you store them in this, the lid will seal as this cools. You've got it stored in the refrigerator. And some of the benefits of doing this are, instead of having your leftovers stay fresh in the fridge for maybe 6 to 7 days, with this method, they will stay fresh for maybe 10 to 12 days, maybe even 14. You do have to check and make sure it's sealed. This is not a shelf-stable product. You will not be putting this on your shelf in the pantry. This has to go in the fridge. Putting it in a cold spot in the back of your fridge works even better. It will stay colder and retard spoilage longer and more effectively. And the second benefit is you can control the salt in the finished product. A third benefit is you save money over store canned products, because if you're going from dry beans are cheaper than the canned beans, and so you can save money. Another reason to do this, another benefit, is you have these in the fridge, and if they were to spoil, there's no bad smell. You don't open the door and you're greeted by this awful smell. I like the term plandovers. Somebody coined the term plandovers, and plandovers means that it is leftovers in your fridge that you made on purpose or planned to have on purpose to maximize your cooking time and have those ingredients already in the fridge. So I'm going to start from the beginning in case someone has never made a pot of beans from dry beans from the store, dry beans in the bag. Remember that dry beans expand during cooking time. So never fill your pot more than maybe 1/2 full, maybe 2/3 full, to allow for that expansion. So you're going to rinse your beans first and pick out any small rocks or beans with dark bad spots. Fill your pot with filtered or tap water. Let it soak for 2 to 8 hours. You can skip the soaking and cook the beans immediately, but it will take about an hour longer. When you're ready to cook the beans, you can either dump the soaking water and refill with fresh water, or you can cook them directly in the soaking water. According to a commenter named Thomas Melly on the website Vegan Coach, plant seed coats have compounds and defensive agents like phytic acid and protease inhibitors, so they should be soaked and the soaking water discarded and fresh water added back for cooking. Others say discarding the soaking water makes for a blander tasting bean. So you have to experiment and see what works best for you. When you're ready to cook, bring it to a boil, reduce the heat to low, and put on a lid and simmer for 1.5 to 2 hours, or until your beans are tender and not mushy. So when your beans are finished, you take off the lid and you cook them until they're pretty much finished. They shouldn't really be mush. You can leave the beans that you want for your meal that night in the pot, and the ones you want to can, you just have your various sizes of jars ready. I have not salted these beans yet. I'm obviously going to put more broth in there. This is a great shape of measuring cup. I usually just wipe that rim a little bit. Watch it, your jar is very hot. Put maybe 1/2 teaspoon of salt in, and then you've got your canning jar lid that has the rubber. And I will let these cool. Even overnight, you can let them cool. You've got various sizes that you can do. Obviously less salt in that one. For the remaining beans that are in the pot that you want to have for your evening meal, you can add garlic, onion, grains, rice, pasta, whatever you want to add for your recipe, and continue cooking that for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and you can use that for your evening meal. So to be on the safe side, you can obviously put a date on the can to know when you made it. if you don't want to play a guessing game. Make sure that the seal has not been broken. If it has, that might be a sign that something's spoiled in that 10 to 12 day period. And you can use your nose, use your common sense to see if it's spoiled or not. And if it's not safe to eat, just dump that out. So there you go. It's a short-term quick canning process that will hopefully help you maximize your money investment and your health benefits and your time spent in the kitchen so that you can do things you'd rather do, like explore other more interesting YouTube videos. God bless. Have a great day.
Is she home? Oh yeah, she didn't work today.